Hey everybody, I am back here with my Scents of Days Gone By, my warm wax review. As always, if you do not want to watch the whole video, then I have a list in the video description of all of the scents that I've melted with timestamps, so you can always just skip to certain ones, you know, so you don't have to sit through the whole thing if you don't want to. I do need to blabber here for a quick second, so obviously if you want to skip this too, go ahead. But I actually, I think a lot of us, like when we first get into something, we just go overboard, like you become super obsessed and everything. That was me with Lush when I first got into Lush, and I was able to temper that. It wasn't really tempered as much as the obsession was replaced with wax. And I actually have to say, after coming back from vacation, I think I've managed to temper that initial obsession with wax. Now, I'm still going to do videos, but you guys probably noticed I'm not doing as many haul videos. Back in the day, when I first started, I was getting like a package, even 2 packages every other day. I was ordering, I don't know, like 20 times a month. It was ridiculous. But I really have pared down on the ordering. I've actually missed openings. I missed the lasting scent candles. I missed BZ Tarts, but that was okay. I actually didn't order at the last Super Tarts opening. I sat that one out. There was another opening recently that I did not order from. The only order I've placed recently is the Bathing Garden. And I'm still going to order. Like I said, I've somehow managed to kick it a little bit. And I think one of the reasons I did is I track my wax purchases, so I see the dollar amount I'm spending on wax. And I was thinking about my vacation, and I was like, man, I'm probably going to remember that vacation for the rest of my life. It was like a once in a lifetime, it was really great vacation. And for the amount of money I spent on wax, I was like, well, would I rather have put that towards saving for another vacation or something else? And I'm like, you know what? So I do think I need to start spending less on wax. So when I'm beginning to get that itch to order, I think about it. I'm like, would I rather spend $50 on an order, or would I rather save $50 towards the next vacation we want to take, which we're saving for a cruise, like a 10-day cruise to Alaska is the next thing that we want to do. Sorry, the dishwasher is going if you guys hear that. I should film afterwards, but I wanted to get this done now. So yeah, so anyways, hauls will be less. I will still continue to do my Scents of Days Gone By. I still have a decent amount of wax that I am trying to get through. So that's another reason I'm not ordering too, because I'm like, I have a lot of good, yummy wax here with me. So I'm really, really hoping that I have managed to get over the initial hurdle, and now I can start just buying wax more smartly, less frequently, and now I have a better idea, I think, of what vendors I want to buy from and things like that. So anyway, so that's just a little intro here, and I'm really proud of myself for getting to that point. Okay, so getting in here into the Scents of Days Gone By, you also may notice there's not nearly as much in front of the camera as there normally is. Part of this is because I got back from my trip from London and my nose was a little stuffy. I was a little bit like jet lagged, not really all there. And then I had a 4th of July get together yesterday. So between prepping for that and then executing it, the event and everything like that, I just really have not been melting a whole heck of a lot of wax. So anyways, to get into it here at the 3-minute point, the first one I want to talk about here is BeauxSavonsFrais. This is Lemongrass. This was a bunch of like little squares and everything like that. The throw I got from this one was a medium. I think I had given some of this away, so I only had 4 squares left in the bag, so I only got 2 melts out of it. I melted it both times in the 20-watt hot plate, 2 little squares at a time. It gave the bathroom like a really nice ambiance, about a medium throw, not overpowering, very fresh, very clean, very green. Just very refreshing, no fluoro, none of that, no fruit, just really, really, really nice. And it is such a really good, gorgeous scent. So I really do like the scent of lemongrass. I think I've seen Tiffany candles. She carries a straight lemongrass scent. I probably would get that from her as well. I actually saw lemongrass for the first time actually on my vacation when I went to the Lush spa. They had like a, sorry, that's the alarm system. They had a drink that they gave me that had like 2 sticks of lemongrass in it, and I was like, oh, that's what lemongrass is. I had no idea. But it was like these 2 little stick things. I think I licked it. Really couldn't tell much of what it was. Okay, the next one I want to talk about here is Candles by Victoria. This is pink sugar and coconut. This is in her odor wax formula, i.e. the hard wax formula. I did throw this entire scent shot in the 24-watt hot plate. The throw I got from this one was about a medium, which is not characteristic of what I normally get out of Candles by Victoria. This one was pretty strong on the coconut. It had like a fresh shaved coconut scent, which I do not like. But yeah, the coconut was holding its own against the pink sugar for sure. Yeah, it's just not my favorite scent. It just reminds me too much of like suntan lotion or sunblock and beaches and stuff, and that's just not something. Not that I don't like the smell of beaches, I just don't like the smell of sunblock. But anyways, I was melting a different scent in the bathroom at the time, and the scent in the bathroom was actually creeping out towards the bedroom and even overtaking this one a little bit. So the throw I was getting from that one really wasn't super good, about a medium. Okay, the next one here is Daphne's Divine. This is strawberry kiwi sorbet. This was 6 of the like flower tarts. Individual like dual colored flower tarts, really cute wax. So kiwi is one of those scents I've heard people like on Facebook say like, what does it really smell like? To me, it smells more tart, I think, than just like a straight fruit scent. It's like a tart fruit scent, maybe like a pomegranate, not like a pomegranate, but a tart fruit scent is what kiwi smells like to me. I really like the strawberry in this one. To me, the strawberry smelled closer to a fresh picked strawberry than anything else. So this overall was like a just, I don't know, it was mostly strawberry with a little bit of tartness. I don't get a whole lot of sorbet out of there, mostly just the fruit ones that were in here. So I got 3 melts out of this one. 2 times I melted 2 flowers in the 18-watt hot plate. When I did that, it was about a low to a medium throw. But then I melted 2 flower tarts in the 24-watt hot plate, and it definitely did better in the 24-watt hot plate. It was more of like a high throw in the 24-watt hot plate. So overall, maybe this is like a medium throw depending on the wattage of the warmer, the type of warmer that you're using. But if you're looking for like a tart fruit scent, maybe go for something with kiwi. At least to me, that's what it smells like. Okay, the next one here is one I got in a D stash, and this was Front Porch Pink Blackberry Jam, Blackberry Butter Jam Cookies. I'm pretty sure it's got blackberry jam in it. This one, so obviously since I got it in a D stash, I can't really tell you exactly how old it is, but you know, at least 8 months old, probably older. Maybe even a year. So I put both of these in the 18-watt hot plate last night and went to bed. And as we were going to bed, you know, like I went upstairs pretty much like as soon as it started to melt, so I didn't really smell anything. But my husband went upstairs and he was like, something smells really funky. So I thought he was talking about what was melting in the bedroom. So I switched that wax out and we went to bed. This morning he woke up and he walked out of our bedroom and he's standing in our loft area and he said, something here smells really funky. And I'm like, it must be the what's melting in the entryway. And it was this. And sure enough, my husband, along with me, must not like the smell of blackberry jam, butter cookies or something like that. As I do not like blackberry jam butter cookie scents in general because they smell odd, they smell perfumey, they just smell weird. The blackberry jam butter cookie scent is definitely stronger in here than the pink sugar, but for the fact that the next morning he could still smell it easily, I could still smell it easily after it had gone all night. So I would say that the throw from this one was probably at least a high to begin with and maybe tempered down. But either way, it had a long throw. Like I said, I wasn't around when it initially started melting, but it was still pretty strong after 9 hours of melting. Okay, the next one here is JLCCW Wildberry Mousse Noel. I don't think I've ever melted anything before from JLCCW. I do know that she's coming back into business. I think her first restock is supposed to be in the fall. Obviously, I never had the pleasure of ordering from her when she was open. I think she shut down a couple months after I first got into wax. And I know that she was pretty popular because the turnaround time I had heard was pretty long. She had a lot of custom orders that were in. So these were like 4 cupcake tarts. And I got 2 cupcakes I melted in the 18-watt hot plate. It did okay in the 18-watt hot plate, but then I threw the next 2 ones in the 24-watt hot plate, and the throw in the 24-watt hot plate was definitely a good. The Wildberry Mousse scent in here, I would say, is definitely stronger than the Vanilla Bean Noel. It almost just smells like a straight Wildberry Mousse scent, maybe with like a slight twinge of bakery sweetness at like the very end of the scent note, whatever that means, or whatever, right? But anyways, it is a nice scent. I'm very interested to see JLCCW when she opens, like what she stocks and everything like that, because you know, not a new vendor, obviously she's an old vendor, but just she would be new to me vendor and new to probably a lot of us that are newer in the wax community. So I'd just be interested to try her out. Okay, this next one here from Kreations, it was a surprise in the sense that I got almost no throw from this at all, which was very strange for Kreations because normally her stuff throws pretty well for me. So this is Tropical Cake. Now I will say this. I did melt this like the day or 2 after I got back from London, and I think my sinuses were screwed up. I was stuffy. I was blowing my nose constantly, so my nose was off. I did throw 2 sticks in the 18-watt hot plate. I couldn't smell anything. And then I immediately threw the next 2 sticks in the 24-watt hot plate to see if I can get more of a throw out of it. And I still really couldn't smell anything. So it's hard for me to say if the wax had little to no throw or if it was just my nose was just so stuffed up that I wasn't really smelling anything at all from anybody. what I should have done is I should have just held on to the other 2 sticks and melted it like a week later when my nose was back to its normal whatever, but I didn't. I don't know why I melted it all. Now what this scent is oranges, white cake, and buttercream. So it's something that I absolutely love. And on cold, I could smell it. And I can smell it in here. It's definitely a very, very sweet, sugary orange scent. So I definitely am going to get this again to reassess. Like I said, just combination of maybe me coming back from, vacation, nose stuffed up. Could that have been the cause of the low to no throw, or was it the wax? At this point, I really couldn't tell you, but I was really disappointed that I couldn't smell anything that day. Okay, the next one here is from Rosegirls. I got this in the D-stash, one of the 3 D-stashes I had bought from Kirby. This is strawberry jam cake. I have melted this one. I think this is the 3rd pie slice, 3rd or 4th pie slice I've gone through. No, 3rd. I think I have 1 more left. I think I got a half pie from her. I really love this scent. I actually ordered the strawberry, now I don't know if the strawberry jam cake is the same as the strawberry cream jam cake. I think there's one that has a very, very similar name. But I did get like a pie of the strawberry cream jam cake in the last opening. So I'm hoping this is the same scent. This is a really, really, really nice scent. A really nice sweet strawberry scent. I absolutely love it. So this wax is probably also over a year old. I think I did see the video where Kirby initially hauled this piece of wax. So I think at this point it is over a year old. People have said that Rosegirls tends to age pretty well. From this single one that I did melt, I'd have to agree with that statement so far. Because I did melt it in the 24-watt hot plate. I think I got like a medium-high throw out of it. Then I threw it in the 18-watt hot plate. I could smell it in the 18-watt hot plate pretty easily. I went to bed the next morning. It was still pretty strong. I could smell it easily in the loft area. So definitely a longer throw. And I would say not super strong, but at least somewhere along like a high throw overall between the 2 warmers is what I was getting out of it. So I really, really love that one. Okay, this next one here from Rosegirls is Monster Cookie Fluff Puffs. I don't think I've actually melted any up until this one, but everyone always talks about this blend. They love this blend. It's their Monster Cookie scent with Marshmallow Smoothie Overpour is just the 2 scents that are in here. And this one is really good. With all the people raving about it, I saw this, bag and I was like, I gotta throw that on. So this one had a high to a good throw, somewhere around there in the 24-watt hot plate. Really, really, really nice, authentic cookie scent. This is one of my favorite types of cookie scents. There's this one, and then I think K's Kreation Blue Ribbon Cookies is another cookie scent that I really love. They're both excellent. This one is excellent. I will say that in my opinion, I got about a high to a good throw out of it for about 4 hours. And then after that, like the scent seemed to dissipate pretty quickly after that. If I was closer to the warmer, like within a 2 to 3 foot radius of the warmer, I could still smell it past the 4 hour point. But I had to be pretty close to smell it, but it still smelled fabulous when I was there. So yeah, this is definitely, I would say, good, strong throw. Not necessarily the longest throw, but really great scent. So that one for me was one of my favorites of the week, and I'm so glad I got a pie in that because that's going to be amazing. Okay, this one from Scentsy, Simply Rose. Okay, yuck, 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 yuck. And yuck, yuck, yuck because of the scent. I do not like rose scents. Actually, a lot of my family don't like rose scents either, so I was like, well, let me just try this. I threw on half the bar in the 20-watt hot plate in my bathroom, and it did well. I mean, it filled up the whole bathroom, and it actually, like, went down the hallway into the master bedroom a little bit and was competing with the scent in the bedroom, which normally the ones in the bathroom don't do. And like I've always said again, like my bathroom is about the size of a small bedroom, so it's a relatively large bathroom. Anyways, this one had at least a high throw, if not a good throw, but just the scent to me was yuck, yuck, yuck. It did smell like rose. I do not like rose. I especially do not like rose when it's on its own and there's nothing else with it. And also, it just smells like Play-Doh. I'm sorry, but rose to me just smells, after like it starts to warm up a little bit, it just smells like Play-Doh. It was not good. So for the scents, I would not get that again at all. However, it did seem to perform well. So if you do like rose scents, that one is probably a good one for you to get. Okay, the next one here from The Bathing Garden is Guava Berry Gelato. I got this one in a D-stash last year, so I don't know how old it is. At least 7 months old, probably up to a year old, something like that. I know people have said like the Bathing Garden with the clamshells, if you store them too long or if you like stack them like this on each other, maybe they kind of get bad. So if you look at this, like, see how like soft, so here's like another Bathing Garden clamshell. You see how like that's still hard, still really stiff. And then just look at this one, like smush. I'm not talking because I want you guys to be able to hear that. It's just kind of yucca, and then you can see like the oil in there. So this is probably the oldest bathing garden clamshell I had, and I saw that it was doing this, and I knew that I needed to melt it. So let me talk about the scent for a second. I did like the scent for this one. It just had like an overall just nice fruit scent. That's really all I could say about it. I couldn't really pick out any one scent in particular. I did throw, let's see here, what did I do with this one? I threw 3 watts or 3 cubes in the 18-watt hot plate. And I would say that the throw was probably about a medium. And then I threw the next 3 cubes in the 24-watt hot plate, and I would say the throw was about a high, so a medium in the 18-watt, a high in the 24-watt. Nice fruit scent. So that's the wax. Oh, what this is, it's guava, raspberry, strawberry, iced up in a creamy gelato is what this is. Now, as far as the wax, this thing being super squishy, I do not know if it's because I stored it maybe like flat, or if it just was getting to the point that it was so old it was getting squishy. I'm not really sure. But what I did do after this is I went through my the bathing garden stash, and I actually rearranged. So all my bathing garden is like standing up like this, like one or after the other. And I rearranged everything, where I took everything that was the oldest and put it on the top, and I buried all of my newer ones on the bottom. So that way when I go in there, I need to start getting through my older stuff, because I don't want this to happen to all the other ones. However, like I said, for the wax being old, it still did pretty well. So that in itself, even though the packaging seemed a little bad, the wax itself seemed to be okay. Okay, this next one here from the bathing garden was Zucchini Cake Noel with Wildberry. One of my favorites of the week. I absolutely love this one. So this is a zucchini cake. And I love how it's a zucchini cake and not zucchini bread, because I love sweet zucchini scents. It's zucchini cake with vanilla bean Noel and wild berry, so pretty much descriptive of the title is what it is. I melted 3 cubes in the 24-watt hot plate. Both times it went into the 24-watt hot plate. The first time I melted it, I would say the throw was like a high to a good. It was I could easily smell it everywhere in my kitchen and my living room. I could smell it as soon as I walked in the room. I could smell it while I was in the room, and I absolutely love this scent. Definitely stronger on these like zucchini cake Noel scents. I don't get a whole lot of berry out of it. But yeah, the zucchini scent in here is really strong. The second time I melted 3 cubes in the 24-watt hot plate, it really wasn't that noticeable. For some reason, it was probably more like a medium throw, like I had to go looking for it. So I'm not really sure why one time it seemed to be a lot better than the second time around. I'm sure was my nose, is what it was. But I will say this is a really, really creamy zucchini scent. I don't detect any spice, mostly just very sweet, very creamy. Okay, this next one here from the bathing garden was watermelon strawberry cake. This one is a little bit older. I got this one in at the end of last year in December, so I'm trying to get through my older stuff. This is white cake, strawberry, vanilla, cotton candy, and watermelon. And if I smell it, it smells good when I smell it on cold. And it smelled pretty much the same on hot as it smelled on cold. Actually, no, initially it smelled the same on hot as it did on cold. But as it started to melt, the longer it melted while it was on hot, the more it started to smell like overall like a sweet candy scent. And then it started to smell very similar to like what I think dreamsicle scents smell like. And I do not like dreamsicle scents. So I enjoyed it at first, but the longer it melted, the less I liked it, just because the sweeter and more candyish it started to smell. I melted 3 cubes in the 18-watt hot plate. The throw was more like a low to a medium there. And then I melted 3 additional cubes in the 24-watt hot plate, and the throw was about a medium. So about a medium throw is, I would say on average, is what I was getting out of this one. Like I said, nice scent initially, too candy-ish as it starts to melt more. Medium scent throw was what that one was. The next one here is 30 Street Crafts, and this one was Queen Mab. And you can see there the scent description was lavender, chamomile, lily of the valley with citrus powder and African violet. I melted this one up in the bedroom in the Glade warmer. I melted it overnight. I also melted this one like one of the days soon after I had got back from vacation, and my nose was all stuffed up and everything like that. So I don't necessarily remember picking up any of the specific scents in here, but I just remember the room smelling nice. The room just smelled really nice and good. And I would say the throw was somewhere around a medium to a high. And that was with a stuffy nose, so I would definitely want to get this and melt it again while I was completely healthy and kind of on top of things to see if I had a different opinion. But still, like a medium to high throw, I think is probably really good for that. I really do like 30 Street wax. The next one here from 30 Street Wax. Is it 30 Street Wax or 30 Street Crafts? I'm not really sure. But either from 30 Street was a single cameo tart in kimono flower. This one here was a sample. I put this one in the bathroom in the 20-watt hot plate. Once again, I melted this one. I melted it the same night I had melted this one, so my nose was kind of stuffed up. But I do remember that I could smell it easily. It had just a really nice floral scent. I thought maybe it had some honeysuckle. I'm not really sure. Obviously, like kimono flower, I'm thinking like Japanese. I don't know if there's honeysuckles in Japan, but that's kind of what I was getting out of it. I really did like it. It is a really, really nice floral scent. So if she does ever offer that one like as part of the line, I would definitely want to get it. The throw from that one was a high. I don't remember if I said that in the 20-watt hot plate. Okay, the next one I got through here was a whole heart loaf from Tiffany Candles. This one was in Blackberry and Barbie Girl with pink sugar overpour. The Barbie Girl is Tart, Kiwi, Lilac, Tiger Lily, Pineapple, and Pear. So it's kind of like a lot of good fruit scents with a tiny little bit of floral with the pink sugar overpour is what's in this one. I melted this one a bunch of times. Obviously, it's a whole loaf. It went in the Glade. It went in the 20-watt hot plate. It went in the 24-watt hot plate. Those are the warmers I have upstairs. The throw each time was at least a high. It was more of a good throw. Sometimes a high throw, but more of a good throw every time I melted this one. The fruit scent in here is pretty strong. Even though the pink sugar is a strong scent and it is the overpour, I was able to actually get fruits, like just fruits in general, out of this more than I was able to get pink sugar, which I thought was really interesting. Now, I will say this one. I really like the scent of this on cold, and I really like the scent of this when it initially starts warming, but kind of like some of those other ones, the longer it warms, the more this one to me started to smell like Play-Doh. It started to get this weird undertone that I did not like, but that it had to get to like the, I don't know, 7 to 8 hour point before it started to smell like that one. Because I did melt this one overnight many times. Whenever I would go to sleep, it smelled fine. If I woke up in the middle of the night to pee, it smelled fine. But like normally when I woke up the next morning, there was just something in the air that I was not a huge fan of. Smells amazing in the bag on cold. And that Blackberry in here is definitely really strong. So is it a scent that I love? No. Is it a scent that I really like? Yes. I would get this again, but just knowing that it tends to smell funky to me after a while, I probably would not melt this one overnight a heck of a lot, but it is absolutely a good quality piece of wax. Like I said, good throw on average. Definitely a good performer, so no complaints with the quality of the wax. The next one here from Two Timing Tart is Drunk Texting. You can see here this is in the old wax formula. It's getting to be on, what, about 6.5 months old or something by the time I melted it, 7 months old. So with this Drunk Texting, it's a cucumber mojito scent. Now the first time, this is a remelt for me, the first time I melted this exact same scent in the old wax formula, I got like a low to a medium throw out of it. So I looked at this clamshell, I said, let me just melt it again. I threw it in the Glade warmer both times, and I would say that I got a high throw both times out of the Glade warmer this time around. It's just a really fresh and clean cucumber scent. I just really like it. It's perfect in the bedroom. It's just, you know, clean and fresh, refreshing, clean. Did I say clean? Yeah, exactly. So I would absolutely get this one again. Oh, it smells amazing in here. Absolutely. It's making me thirsty for some reason, but I would absolutely get this one again. But like I said, the first time I melted this clamshell low to a medium throw, this time around was a high throw. Could have just been my nose was like different each of those days. But anyways, I did really enjoyed it this time. Also from Two Timing Tart, this is another remelt for me. These were 8 pink hearts in Snow Be Gone. This one, it's pink sugar, pineapple, pink flamingo. Pink flamingo is cherry, orange, vanilla, confectioner, sugar. So overall, this is just a really nice, bright, cheery fruit spring scent with pink sugar. Now, the first time I melted this one, I really didn't get much throw out of it at all. So I saw this pack and I said, let me give this another go. I put 3 hearts in the Glade warmer in the bedroom, and it did better. It definitely did better than it did last time. I would say it was probably like a medium to a medium high throw, and the throw was also very long. I had melted this for well over 12 hours, and I was still getting a throw from it. Okay, I took the next 4 hearts and I put it in the 20-watt hot plate in the bathroom, and once again, the throw was very long, and I would say that the throw was like low to a medium, somewhere around there. So it gave the bathroom a really nice scent. You know, it's like if you wanted something that was not overpowering, not obvious, but just made the room just smell really good, this would be a really good candidate for that. So I would say overall, I probably got about a low to a medium throw again from both times I melted this one. but it had a long throw. So like, once again, if you're looking for something subtle with a long throw, I think that one would be good. I don't think she's offering that one right now though, but maybe it'll come back next year. Okay, from Vintage Chic Scents, these were 3 blossoms, 3 rose, but I can't talk right now. You guys know what I'm talking about. You recognize what this package is. And a Mamma Mia. So Mamma Mia is a sweet gardenia coconut cream scent. Once again, I had melted this one right after I had gotten back from vacation, so my nose was all stuffed up. So I put 1 flower tart in the 20-watt hot plate, the Glade warmer in the bedroom, and it was probably like a medium throw. I really do like this scent. I like coconut cream. It's not coconut. It's like just a sweet bakery note, I think, along with that gardenia I thought was really good. Now, the next time I put 2 roses in the 20-watt hot plate in the bathroom, once again, it had like probably a medium throw, I think, is from what I remember and from what I wrote down. So it was okay. It definitely did okay, but it was not like, I've been getting better. I normally get better throw from Vintage Chic Scents. So this one was just not as good as some of the other ones that I've melted from her. But anyways, I think that might have been also because of my sniffer. I think that has affected a lot of what I've melted this week, so I would absolutely want to melt it again. But I would say, so far, medium throw overall is what I've been getting out of that one. Okay, the last one here is from World of Wax and Sudz. And this one here is Pink Sugar and Salty Air. I really actually enjoyed this one. I never got this scent combo before, but to me it was definitely Pink Sugar dominant. It was like Pink Sugar dominant with like a twist of salt at the end is really what this was. This was like a really cute chunky loaf tart with like some sprinkles on it and everything. Definitely had a good throw when I put it in the 24-watt hot plate. It threw all night, had a good throw, no complaints. I really love this scent. I really love this combination. So this one I really, really enjoyed, was one of my favorites of the week. All right, you guys, so that's it. So this is definitely a shorter video than I've normally been doing, but I'm hoping to get back in the swing of things and start melting at the speed that I was, at the rate that I was melting before, because I still have a lot of wax that I want to melt before, you know, like it goes, you know, goes bad or whatever, things like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.